Let's open up this box and see how intuitive the assembly instructions are. Here's everything that comes with this little tiller. You've got the 2 transport wheels with hubcaps. This is part of the handle. You've got the actual tiller itself with the tines down below and the motor up top here. And then you've got the user manual, some hardware, and then the actual handles you hold on to. So hopefully we don't have to have any kind of tools to get this together. Let's go ahead and see how well this thing assembles. Let's just flip this thing up and over so we can get to this side. And the first thing I want to do is put the handle on, and we should be able to flip this piece up under here, move that down to match up the holes. There we go. Now those bolts have a square head on them, so hopefully we can just cinch this down, something like that, and lock it into place. The only thing that we might need a tool for is the pins that hold the wheels in place. We'll see how well that fits in here in just a moment. And we can get the handle on, which should be the exact same process. Slide that down, match up the holes. Oops. I don't know if it makes any difference to have that handle on the inside or the outside. I kind of did it both ways. So the bottom section, I did this on the outside, and this one's on the inside, so you can just be the judge of that. The little plastic S-shaped piece is to hold the power cord up close to the unit, so I'm going to snap that on there, get that on as well, and that will just keep this up and out of the way from flapping around. The last step is to put on these transport wheels, so you can just bend the pin so that it will slide back out of the hole like that. Remove the washer, slide the plastic wheel on, replace the washer, slide the pin back into that little hole like that, and then you can bend that pin like that so the wheel can't come off. And the last step is to put on the little decorative hubcap. Before I get this thing dirty, let's take a look at it. So you got your Rockin' Rocker logo right there on the front. You got your tines down here. And I did notice there is a little carrying handle right here, so you can pick up that. Not the most comfortable, but it's a way to do it. Now you can adjust or undo these and then carry it by that. So that's one way to do it. It's got no adjustment on the height, but all you have to do is just angle it a bit more into the ground if you are a different height. So for instance, to pull up the transport wheels down here, you just pull this little pin and it will allow you to adjust those up. They'll pop into place like that. So if you're taller, you just hold it up higher. If you're shorter, you just hold it down a little bit lower, and that's how your handle is adjustable. There is a safety over here on the start button, so can't pull there, can pull. This thing is a 93 dB, so you're going to want to wear hearing protection and eye protection for any thing that might be kicked out of here. It does have the nice 2 handles, and quality seems decent. I think that will be able to, you can hold that for quite a while, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Now the power cord in is right here. You're going to want an extension cord to hook up to that. Now in order to keep that from unplugging, you can get your extension cord right in here and loop it around once and plug up so that it doesn't have too much pull on that cord. All right, I think the loop up under here is designed to have a round power cord. My power cord is not round, so I'm gonna get creative and loop this up under here a couple of times. And then, so this little loop on this cord can go up into that and kind of lock this into place. So anyway, we'll give it a try and see how it works. But anyway, go ahead and get this plugged up. This is an all-electric tiller, and it's supposed to be plugged up to house power, but my house is all the way up there. So I'm gonna attempt to use a power station. I can just pop this over here and plug this power cord up like that. I'm gonna go ahead and get my earplugs and gloves and glasses. Now my soil is very rocky, and also it just rained yesterday, so we'll see how well this is gonna till even with those conditions. So I may be stopping a lot to pick up rocks out of this soil. Make sure my power cord is behind me, and here we go. To be honest with you, I think it did a fantastic job on that little spot right there. Dug down quick and turned up some soil that's even better looking than I was anticipating. I just gave this tiller a test run to see how it would handle the grass, and it seems to clog it up kind of quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a yard rake here to go ahead and get some of this grass. Hopefully it'll just come up pretty quick like this, and I can get it out of here. And then we can just go ahead and till up this whole garden real quick. I believe I'm done tilling my garden. Let's see how the rockin' rocker has done. So first of all, the tines down here do collect a lot of the grass and the mud, but it does not seem to affect the ability to dig down into the soil. So I've cleaned it off a couple of times, but it seems to be doing just fine. This little metal guard, or I guess, yeah, it's metal. It has protected me from a lot of little rocks and mud being flown up into my face, so that has worked out well. Now I understand why they call it the rockin' rocker, because this thing will kick you pretty good, but it's doing its job. So let's go in here real quick, and you can see the kind of tilling that it does. So I did one pass up and then one pass back right here, and it digs down, I'd say 5 to 6 inches, and breaks up this soil so very nicely. So very good. And I've done all of this. Now over here I had not really done any tilling before, and so it was having a bit of a struggle hitting this clay over here, but it did dig down at least 3 to 4 inches, but everything else is looking really good. Now next year I will probably do this again, add some more material, but as far as this side over here, all of this is looking really good. So I think that is prepared for some planting. All right, there we go. I hit some decent rocks. I wanted to see how these little tines are doing. So it's pulled the paint off of that one, but honestly, it is doing pretty good there. So yeah, I don't really see a lot of wear on this just from an hour's use, which you wouldn't want it to have tons of wear for just an hour. But yeah, nice, not bad at all. Keeping this loop up under here for the extension cord, it did not pull out a single time, which is really good. And like I said, it's really designed to have your main cord be round like this one, but mine's flat. So anyway, that worked well. I like that feature a lot. Now, one thing I was noticing earlier, if you pop the wheels down here, so do that, it'll snap into place. Pushing it forward is awkward. So I found it's a little bit easier to move it around if you turn it backwards and then pull it this way. The Rockin' Rocker. So I've put about 1 hour of use into it and it has performed quite well. I don't see any damage to it after this one use, which means hopefully it will last for a couple years to come. So I'll be definitely using this again next year, and I may actually, before planting, do a little bit more over here. But anyway, I'm also glad that it used this 2,000 watt power station so that it didn't have to run power all the way up to the house. If you want to learn more about the Rockin' Rocker, I've got a link in the description down below, so you can go and check that out for yourself. Thanks for watching. I'm Seth with Land a House, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.